the Giants are going to be on the road against the Cardinals, and the Giants have everything to prove at this point off the embarrassment on national television to a heated rival, 40-0. At least they get the Cardinals this week, and you still have to lay a touchdown with them. We know the Cardinals are the first team to ever tank before the season even started. But they played well last week. Let's give them credit.
They did. They covered. Hey?
Credit, right? Like I said, I feel like, sometimes these are the type of teams you kind of want to root for a little bit. They might suck, but like I said, these guys have to pay for their own lunches at the Arizona food court. The team won't even pay for it for free.
They don't even give them buffet?
Right. Well, I think that was the controversy, and I think there is free food, but unlike the other teams where they have everything is free, at the Cardinals you can eat the team food, or you can have they have a nicer kitchen that because a lot of people order
yeah.
Right, if you're in a casino, like I worked in casinos, right? You could go to employee dining, or you could go to the good restaurant once in a while and use your, good employee points or whatever, because I was a good employee.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna maybe sit around and see what this line does, and maybe not be on the Giants by the time it comes to game time here in this one. Well, I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and still be on the under in this one. I still think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I still don't know if the Giants can go ahead and get everything together. You've still got an injured Waller out there. I didn't see him really running the ball much. I don't know. I mean, the Cardinals showed a little bit of life there versus the Commanders, and the Commanders are the ones that are supposed to have this top-tier receiving core. I think I think right now the Washington receiving core is better than this Giants team, right? And still didn't allow much from the Washington football team there. I'm going to go ahead and take the under in this one.
Look at this total down here. What is it? Is it this low still? 38.5? It feels like it should be this low. It's going to be tough to, I'm going under. I'm sure I'm going under here.
Where I'm doing it.
It's 40. Okay, good.
Okay, good.
It might be 39.5 also at some place. I'll give us a tough. I'll give it 39.5. Maybe we can find a 40. But anyways, we got to go under something, and I want to go under, of course. I mean, Giants also. I don't know if this affected it, Mindy. These were the lines from the opening lines that I typed in and left in here in the system, and then update them so that you guys can see how the lines have moved this week. So there has been a move certainly here on the Cardinals. Reported steam came in on the Cardinals. Might be getting in that range. I don't think it's going the direction Mindy wants. So
yeah,
what he's saying here. So let's go under. There's plenty of. I could go on. Mindy, you called it. I mean, I don't need to go into it. There's a gazillion trends that are pointing to the under that I've talked about already last week that are league-wide, but also specific to these teams as well. But if you want anybody bore you with it, maybe hit me up later. But I'm on the under 39.5, 40, whatever it is. I want the under. Hello, Emmanuel and Batu here today. Giants money line and under for Theo. Thomas is going with the under. Luis says he'll lay it with the Giants. And here's Thomas willing to take on those Cardinals. Lazzy Love here today. Darren's got the Cards. Dre says G-Men all day. And under for Verley.
Good morning.
There was Rick talking about all those unders. We're going to continue to go low in these games. Road team favorite is pretty hot right now. Let me tell you. I mean, it's pretty darn hot. I mean, I don't want to be a bit, too basic on the handicap. Lazzy going under. All right, let's do it. Under City for me. Under. Can't get enough, Mr. Boring. Just call me Mr. Boring. 49ers here are favored, of course. They're up to 7 now. maybe starting to go to 7.5. Mindy, I saw one book with 8. The momentum is just swinging. The 49ers, first of all, they own the Rams. We know that. So that's got to be taken into consideration. This total has shot way up here to 45 off of a 42. Aren't they reading my texts?
I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the steam there, Ramon. I'm going to take the over 45 in this one. Whenever it's opened at the 42.5, that lean to the over when it has shot up is sitting there at 62%. So I'm going to take that 62% on the line move from an open at 42.5 to a 45, that it goes, my way some of the time,
I know, I'm going to be on, where I'm on a premium on that total, but I'm not good. I'm going to be on the side here on the show, so you guys can read through that what you want, and I better get 6.5, and maybe I'll bend it down a little bit, but I'm on the 49ers. The Rams have a new star receiver. But he didn't practice this week. He looked good last week. The rookie from BYU, the supplemental pick, Puka Nacua. Somebody's got to catch the passes, and he was the guy doing it. And he was like the top waiver wire. I don't know, Mindy, if he was gone or if you needed anything in the receiver department. I mean, I think pretty sure Puka Nacua was the hottest name on the waiver wire this week, but he might be questionable actually in this game. That's going to hurt the Rams certainly even more for all the other issues that they've had. They did all right. But I don't know. I'll still lay it. The Niners dominate this series. They've won 8 of the last 9 in the series. They've covered the last 5. It's a home game for the Niners, by the way. When you go to this stadium, they'll outnumber the Rams fans like 9-1. It'll be a sea of red. They'll be cheering like it was in San Francisco. So Atwell will have to step up, for the Rams here in this one, because if Nacua is not ready to go here, that's going to be the issue. So Niners can continue to look great. It's tough laying a lot of points week after week. I'll still do it here. Hopefully I can get to the window before it goes up. Feels like it's going to go up. The chat here in this one, Lazzie's going to lay it with the Niners. Theo wants to go over in this one with you, Mindy. Velo's here today. Nice to see Velo stopping by. And he says it's Levi Stadium South at the SoFi Stadium.
South. That's good.
Okay. So Mindy here on the over, and I'm on the Niners. And, hey, look, I mean, if it was 49ers and Eagles, we'll see what the Niners do. I mean, I think the Eagles, everyone's thinking they've taken just a slight step back, but I don't know. Okay. Jets and Cowboys. A couple storylines here, Mindy.
Is there?
Yeah. So not only all those problems, but now it's a short week, right? That's even. I mean, it's a short week for the Cowboys too. But I mean, they're coming off the 40-0 win. The total in this game is like 38. They just won 40-0, and the Jets come in. Wilson did, he probably did better than everybody thought he was going to do, obviously. And the Jets do have this defense, but I don't know. This is scary.
Well, it kind of is, right? Because it opened at 45. So I would have really liked to have been under 45. Actually, if I take a look at data over the last 12, 14 years, there hasn't been this big of a move from 45 to 38 off an opening line. And I don't feel like this is just an automatic over with the way that these defenses are playing. So again, with these events, to the over on a 38, it's only 47 and 50. So it's literally like 50-50. So for me, I don't think this is just an automatic over because the Cowboys scored 40 themselves. I'm taking the under here. Under 38.
All right, Mindy says go under here with the Jets and the Cowboys. And, that game against you're not going to go out and perform like that was just whatever happened. It was just all going their way. It was just they're going to come back to the pack a little bit, certainly. I mean, they had a blocked field goal. They had a pick six. They were, they scored every trip into the red zone. They were on fire. So
right.
Dallas is about as good a favorite as there is of late, believe it or not. The America's team, right? Don't bet on the because they're always going to lay the match. They've covered 18 of their last 25 as a favorite for Dallas. I mean, this is a team that you expect to take action every single time at the window. And the Jets, they don't play very well against NFC, 4-11. Their last 15 games against the spread, and Salah 4-7 against the number coming off a win. So I'm going to roll with Dallas here to smash again against the Jets. I think the Jets' problems might come to a head here. You can cover a lot up with a guy like Rodgers, and if Wilson doesn't look, he would be, if they didn't go this route, and if the Jets didn't have this great defense, and they didn't go pursue a Rodgers, they would be force-feeding us this guy again, trying to get through, I would think. I mean, what were they going to, they drafted him, and they wouldn't be in position with a Rodgers with this defense, and they would just roll. So they're willing to say, hey, look, we've invested a year in this guy to be our starter, so this is your chance. This is what Salah said. We're excited for this opportunity for him, right? I mean, and that's the right thing to say. You prepped him a whole year. You didn't know you were going to get Aaron Rodgers. You didn't know you're going to demote this guy back to the bench, but you're going to have to come through now. All right, Mindy's on the over here. You got a big road favorite again. You know where I'm headed with that. And Mindy says, take the over, and I'll take the nine. The
Niners, yes, for sure.
Mindy says take the under, and I say take the Cowboys. Okay. All right. Now you have two teams with new ownerships. Here's the Broncos favorite in this one by 3.5, and the total is down to 39 here. Obviously, it was a dismal offensive performance for the Broncos again, and the Commanders in their crazy game, certainly last time out, and they've garnered some respect here, but they're on the road at Mile High.
Oh, well, I feel like we got to go ahead and take a road cover here, Ramon, and we're looking at this minus 3.5. I'm going to take the Commanders. This one usually hits at around 60%. It goes higher as you get, farther along in the NFL season. I just feel like, again, the Commanders kind of made too many mistakes that they shouldn't have, right? I mean, fumbling at like the 1 or 2 yard line, giving the defense some easy scores or offense some easy touchdowns. I'm still not totally sold on this Broncos team, especially when they're a little bit dinged up. So taking the Commanders here.
All right, Mindy here on Washington plus the 3.5 points against the Broncos. I'm going to be on the over in this game. I'm bucking a lot of trends that would usually have me on the under here, including the fact that the Broncos have gone under in 11 of their last 17 games at home, and Washington has gone under in 11 of their last 14 games, period. But I have this one just getting a little bit too low for me. This will be Howell's first road start, but I don't know. I thought the grades were okay on Howell last week, and we'll see if Russell can do it for us here. But I'm going to take the over 39 with the Commanders and the Broncos. Mr. Under going over. Okay, and Mindy is on the Commanders. A lot of comments here on this game, possibly, with the Commanders and Broncos. Let's see. Oh, maybe I skipped the – oh, God, I'm sorry, you guys. I skipped the Jets picks, Mindy. Oh, my God. Oh, What have I lost my mind here on the show, you guys? Sometimes I forget to check with the chat. All right, let me just go with Thomas Lewis is on the Commanders here, and Burley's on the Broncos. Darren's on the money line. Theo, Broncos and under. Dre on the under. Luis says take those points, and Broncos. Yeah, well, there's no doubt about it, especially as a home favorite. They are pretty bad, and Peyton also has never been a good favorite as a coach, but I'm gonna probably be against Mindy here. I'm gonna probably be on a premium, hoping it goes down to 3 before I get on it.
Challenge, Ramon, challenge.
I'm not gonna challenge because I don't know. This is one, my totals are gonna be unders on premiums, and I like this one over. It does kind of, like I said, everything's pointed the under in this, I think, but I've got to go, and including the offenses. There's no doubt. Broncos gonna miss my guy Tim Patrick for sure. All right, Mindy. The Dolphins and the Patriots. Sunday night football. We got a good one here with the Dolphins favored by 3. Total 46.5. You got that great game last week, with the Chargers and Miami, and Miami won it. They had all those passing yards. But you're going up against the Patriots, supposed to have decent defense on the road. They look good after the stubbing their toe early against the Eagles. They didn't win. Here we go, Dolphins and Patriots.
Yeah, I have like this old memory with this Dolphins Patriots where the Dolphins always came in and gave Tom Brady a hard time, right? I feel like it's going to be the same old thing. The Dolphins are going to give the Patriots a hard time. I'm going to go ahead and hit the over in this one. I liked where the offense looked for the Dolphins. I think they could go ahead and put up again, 5 or 6 touchdowns. They have time to look at the tape, right? If they gave the Patriots maybe Hurts a little bit of trouble, maybe the Dolphins can go ahead and scheme against that. Plus, you have a guy named Tyreek on that team. I think the Patriots can get some scores here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the total. It hits at about 74% of the time when you look at an opening of 45, and it goes to a higher number. So we're going to go ahead and take the over here.
Okay, well, I got a road favorite. I'm not sure I can go with you here, but over Miami last 10 road games, over 8-2 for Tua. 466 yards last week through the air. It almost reminded me, the Chargers in Miami reminded me of one of the greatest games of all time when the Chargers played Miami in the Orange Bowl. A famous game. All right, I'm gonna be on in this one. Mindy's going over. I'm on Hoodie. I'm on Hoodie for sure in this one. The Dolphins had success again back in not of late, at least not in Foxborough and not in the new stadium as much of late. But again, these Dolphin teams haven't been as good. Dolphins 2-9. Last 11 trips here, but we know at home it's always been an issue for the Patriots. Going down to Miami still is. So Eagles, hey, they had problems against this Patriot defense. Now I know this is something else, this Miami offense. I love it. It's great, no doubt about it. But Patriots offense, you can't be too thrilled that there's gonna be a typical. I think it's gonna be more of a typical Patriot game than it is going to be a typical Dolphin style of game. So that has me on the Patriots here. I'll be on Hoodie in this one. So I think move back to O'Brien. I think the Patriots, Mac Jones. God, just get us through it, Mac, somehow, right?
Get us through.
It's like here's what you want. You want Mac Jones you want him to be your quarterback for. I'm not saying better than all these other greats that are out there. I'm just saying you go with what you got. But for the Patriots, Mac Jones, he can do the job. But in the last minute of the game, when you need a touchdown, you need somebody like You don't have anybody else, but
You need somebody else.
you need somebody else who can score.
Bring in the lefty.
If you need Mac, to slowly, methodically plod you down the field, get these first downs, kick field goals when you need, don't turn it over, take advantage of field position, turnover, Mac's your guy. But when you're standing there at the 20-yard line with 104 on the clock, you don't want Mac. That's just the way I feel. But I'll take the Patriots here with the field goal, Mindy, on the over. That's the show.